My father kicked me out of our band and called me tone deaf. His comeback single was my song. I grew up playing bluegrass festivals around Bowling Green, Kentucky. Dad, Carl, ran our family band like every rehearsal was a final exam. By 14, I played mandolin, tuned everyone else's instruments, and wrote melodies on grocery receipts. My older sister, Jenna, had the voice Dad wanted out front. Mine was softer, but I could build a harmony around almost anything. Dad called that useful, never talented. At 19, I brought a new song called Paper Windows to rehearsal. Jenna loved the chorus, and our bass player asked to run it again. Dad stopped us halfway through. "Your voice disappears beside hers," he said. "People pay to hear confidence." I told him the song was mine, and I wanted to sing the first verse. He said anything written under his roof belonged to the family band. Then he told me to leave my mandolin after Saturday's show. At that county fair, Dad introduced Jenna as the band's only songwriter. The next morning, he told our relatives I had quit because serious bookings scared me. I didn't correct him. I packed my mandolin and moved to Louisville. A small music shop hired me to repair stage cables, microphones, and battered acoustic instruments. The owner, Ruth, let me record demos after closing if I cleaned the studio. I started sending songs to independent publishers under the pen name Mason Vale. My first placement was with a coffeehouse singer touring college towns. Then a regional folk duo kept another song in its set for years. By my late 20s, royalties covered rent, and repair shifts became writing days. I wasn't famous, but working musicians returned my calls. Dad's band faded after Jenna left to teach music at middle school. Then my friend Marcus sent me a radio interview from back home. Dad announced a comeback album with Jenna and a producer named Malcolm Reed. Malcolm had requested songs about distance, pride, and finding a way home. My publisher sent him a demo called Leave the Hall Light On. I wrote it years earlier after watching my neighbor wait through night shifts. The demo carried only my pen name. 3 weeks later, Malcolm chose it as the comeback single. Dad praised the song during another interview before the recording was released. "Whoever wrote this understands family better than most people," he said. I could have called the station. Instead, I signed the license, approved the arrangement, and let the paperwork move normally. The contract required my legal name in the publishing credits. Malcolm planned a release showcase at the Restored Theater, where our family once opened local festivals. My publisher invited me because the host wanted to introduce a Kentucky songwriter. Dad apparently believed Mason Vale was an older Nashville session writer. I sat in the second row while he thanked the mysterious writer for saving the album. Then the host introduced Mason Vale by my legal name. Dad's hand stopped halfway toward the microphone. I walked on stage, thanked Malcolm and the musicians, and took the empty chair beside Jenna. She leaned over and whispered, "I knew that bridge sounded like you." Dad performed the song exactly as licensed. No one argued, and I never mentioned Paper Windows. Afterward, Dad asked whether I had submitted the song to embarrass him. I told him it was written long before Malcolm requested anything. Malcolm confirmed the demo date without looking up from his folder. Dad then asked to list the family band as a co-writer because they had inspired me. My publisher showed him the dated demo and the signed license. A week later, Dad emailed asking me to write their next single. I sent my standard brief, rate, and split agreement. He replied that family shouldn't need contracts. I didn't argue with that either. The comeback song stayed on local radio through the summer. The credit stayed where it belonged,